Stop scrolling for a second. If you're seeing fresh corn everywhere right now, don't ignore it. Because this simple golden food may contain nutrients your eyes, digestion, and body can actually benefit from. But there's a catch. Not every corn product is the same, and the way you eat corn can make a bigger difference than you might think. So before corn season disappears, let's find out what's really inside those golden kernels, and whether you should be eating more of them. Let's start with something simple. What is actually inside an ear of corn? Corn provides carbohydrates which your body can use as a source of energy. It also contains dietary fiber along with vitamins and minerals, and yellow corn contains plant compounds called carotenoids. Two of the most interesting ones are lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds are especially interesting because of their connection to eye health. So although corn is often thought of as just a sweet summer snack, it actually provides several nutrients that can contribute to a balanced diet. It's not a miracle food, but it doesn't need to be. Sometimes the most useful foods are the simple ones we already know. One of the reasons corn can be useful in your diet is its fiber. Fiber is important for your digestive system. It helps add bulk to your stool and supports regular bowel movements. But fiber does more than just support digestion. It can also help you feel full after eating, and that can be useful if you're trying to build meals that keep you satisfied for longer. Of course, corn isn't the only way to get fiber. Vegetables, fruits, beans, lentils, nuts, seeds, and whole grains are all important sources too. The goal isn't to rely on one food. The goal is to create a diet with a variety of fiber-rich foods, and fresh corn can be one of them. Now, let's talk about energy. Corn naturally contains carbohydrates, and carbohydrates are one of the body's main sources of fuel. When you eat carbohydrates, your body breaks them down into glucose and uses that glucose for energy. Your brain and muscles need energy every day. That's why carbohydrates can have an important place in a balanced diet. But here's something important. A whole ear of corn is not the same as a highly processed food made with corn ingredients. When you eat whole corn, you're getting carbohydrates along with fiber and other nutrients. That's very different from simply consuming a refined ingredient. So don't just ask, does this food contain carbohydrates? Ask the bigger question, what else comes with those carbohydrates? Now, here's something that might surprise you. The golden color of corn isn't just beautiful. Yellow corn contains carotenoids, including lutein and zeaxanthin. These natural plant compounds are found in the retina of the eye. Researchers have studied lutein and zeaxanthin because of their relationship with eye health. They also have antioxidant properties. But let's be clear, eating corn will not magically improve your eyesight, and corn is not a replacement for an eye doctor or medical treatment. The real takeaway is much simpler. Adding a variety of colorful plant foods to your diet can help you get a variety of beneficial plant compounds. And corn can be one of them. Corn also contains several vitamins and minerals. Depending on the variety and how it's prepared, corn can provide nutrients such as folate, B vitamins, magnesium, and phosphorus. These nutrients perform different jobs throughout your body. B vitamins are involved in energy metabolism and normal cellular processes. Magnesium is important for normal muscle and nerve function, and phosphorus contributes to healthy bones and teeth and plays a role in energy metabolism. Again, corn isn't going to provide everything your body needs. That's why variety matters. Think of corn as one part of a bigger picture. A healthy diet is built from many different foods. Here's another reason corn can be a useful addition to a meal. Its combination of carbohydrates and fiber can make a meal more satisfying, and feeling satisfied after eating can make it easier to stick to a balanced eating pattern. For example, instead of eating corn by itself, you could combine it with vegetables and a protein source. That gives you a more balanced meal, but remember, more is not always better. Corn can be nutritious, but portion size still matters. The goal isn't to eat as much corn as possible. The goal is to enjoy it as part of a varied diet. Now, we need to talk about something important. Not all corn products are created equal. Fresh corn on the cob is one thing, plain popcorn is another. And highly processed corn products can be something completely different. For example, air-popped popcorn can be a whole grain snack, but if it's covered in large amounts of butter, sugar, or salt, the overall nutritional profile changes. The same goes for packaged foods containing corn-based ingredients. So don't simply see the word corn on a label and assume the product is healthy. Look at the entire ingredient list and think about the food as a whole. For most people, corn can fit comfortably into a healthy diet. But individual needs are different. If you have a food allergy, digestive condition, or a specific medical condition, your diet may need to be adjusted with advice from a healthcare professional. And if you're watching your blood sugar or calorie intake, portion size and what you eat alongside corn are worth considering. The important thing is not to label corn as either good or bad. Food is more complicated than that. What matters most is the overall quality of your diet.
So, should you eat more corn while it's in season? For most people, fresh corn can be a delicious and nutritious part of a balanced diet. It can provide fiber, carbohydrates for energy, vitamins, minerals, and plant compounds such as lutein and zeaxanthin. But perhaps the biggest lesson is this: you don't need to turn one food into a miracle. You just need to understand what you're eating. So the next time you see fresh corn this season, don't just see a sweet summer snack. Look at those golden kernels a little differently, because sometimes the simplest foods can bring more nutrition to your plate than you expect. If you learned something new today, subscribe for more simple, evidence-based health videos. And tell me in the comments, how do you like your corn? Boiled, grilled, or as popcorn? See you in the next video.